Here I am at the Grand Canyon, just entered the front gate. The funny thing about this trip was I was trying to stay in the southern states, particularly the Southwest, during the winter to avoid driving in snowy conditions. But I forgot to take elevation into account because last night at the RV park I woke up with 3 inches of snow this morning. Fortunately, a lot of it has melted off so far. But Cisco and I are excited to see the largest natural hole on Earth. And I think it's about a mile before I get up to the actual overlook, the visitor center. We're not going down in the canyon because I have Cisco with me and we can't take dogs. And I'm not going to be that guy that leaves him in the vehicle for 7 hours by himself. Even though it's an RV, he'd still be bored out of his skull for 7 hours. That's too long. And that's about the time it takes to go down there on those donkeys, from what I understand, the mules. But anyway, this is a very cool portion of the journey, although it's only a couple of days. I'm still excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right now, and I'll pick it up when we get to the visitor center. I don't know if you can see this sign on the right here, but it's Visitor Center, Market Plaza, Village, and Campgrounds. I'm not staying in the park at the campgrounds because they are super, super expensive to RV park in here. But the ones like just right outside the gate, 2 miles outside the gate, is about a tenth. Well, not quite that much. With the discount that I get, it's about maybe a fifth of what this costs. I'm just paying about $15 a night just to stay there with the electricity and hookups. A lot better deal than coming in here. And well, it gets electricity and I'm paying about $90 a night. Don't want to do that. Anyway, this is a cool, very cool journey. For you northern friends and you Colorado friends, you know, you're probably very used to the scenery, watching a guy plowing and snow on the sides, these awesome the pine forest that's here. This is really cool. I'm about 7,000 feet in elevation right now. Higher than Colorado Springs, not quite as much as Cripple Creek, but definitely a lot higher than I was in Houston. It's funny, when you come up in elevation that quickly, and since it's not pressurized like an airplane, it's actually hard to breathe the first day or two at this elevation. And then when I go back down around 3,000, I found it was very breathable. Because coming here, I had to go through a couple of mountain passes that took me about 7,500 feet in elevation each. Then down to about 3,000, drive a couple hundred miles or so, and then back up. So it plays hell on this poor little RV trying to make it up and down those mountains. I'll tell you, it's like the little engine that could trying to get up those mountains. This thing's so heavy, and you know the speed limit's 55 or 60, and I'm chugging up at 30 miles an hour, just hoping that I don't blow my transmission. But I guess other RVers say the same thing. It's just kind of how it is. So I don't really want to pass this guy because I don't know where I am, and fast passing in a RV is probably not the safest plan. I'm only going about 25 now. I think we can go 35 or so, maybe 40, but I don't know. I'm happy. I'm content staying behind this dude or dudette, whatever it is in there. But all right, visitor center's not as close as I thought. Back to pause. Talk in a minute. Okay, it looks like we're coming up on the campgrounds to the left. Visitor center straight ahead. East Desert View Cameron. I don't know what that is. Straight ahead to visitor center. Sounds good to me. Masks required indoors. I guess they mean visitor center, restrooms, and what have you. And that's fine. It's their business. I don't usually wear it, but you know, that's the rule. It's the rule. I'm not gonna have a hissy fit over a friggin' mask, so whatever. But I'll tell you, beautiful country up here. Did not expect this snow. This is kind of a trip, really. I didn't know I'd be seeing snow until I don't know, 6-7 months from now, when I start heading more north, and I was seeing the tail end of winter. Well, I guess it not wanting to be that far because we're already into December. So whatever it is, I've been on the road now for, I'd say, 2 months. This is my 4th or 5th national park. Seen a few national forests. Those don't have sights to see other than the forests are really cool, but you can park there with the RVs for free. You can camp overnight for free in the national forest, not in a national park. Now there's no hookups or anything, so you just have to use your generator and deal with it. But you're really out in the middle of nowhere. You just go drive through forest roads, state forest roads, and find yourself a spot on the side. And not too many people use those state forest roads. Here we go. Exciting times. Okay, another sign coming up here. Visitor Center, Market Plaza, and Village, straight ahead. And east to Desert View and Cameron. Well, I'm going straight ahead, so ever so slowly to the left. Very, very cool. There was a pizza place last night right outside the gate, and it said, "We make pizza," and somebody said it was like New York type pizza, and I'm like, I doubt it. Northern Arizona in the mountains outside the Grand Canyon, really? And I went and had some just to check, and it really wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. It's expensive as heck, but I guess out here everything's expensive because there's really nowhere else to get stuff. All right, 0.3 miles to the Mather Overlook. I guess I'll pull into that, take a little video footage, and then go on to the visitor center. From there, supposedly, that's where the South Rim is, to look down into the other parts of the canyon. Parking Mather Point Overlook, next right. Okay, I guess it's the same spot. Right. I do not want to get lost in here. Parking 1, 2, 3. Let's see, RV parking. Park 7 miles from the building though, because it's cold out. A little bit of a wuss for that. I didn't expect this, so I didn't break out all my cold weather gear yet. Really kind of neat though. I guess we'll stop it here. I'll find me a spot. Just next to this other guy that's taking up 2 spots. We'll find a path and work our way over there. So put her on pause for right now. And we'll turn it back on when we get to the canyon area.